Hello and welcome back to OmniFoot TV. This is Joe Stormer speaking. Tonight's video is about Chelsea. Now, Mount, Havertz, Nicholas Jackson, Kovacic, Hakim Ziyech, the list of players who are supposedly going to come in and go out is larger than it has ever been. Now, Chelsea are closing in on completing the signing of Moises Caicedo from Brighton. They have agreed personal terms with relatively unknown Villarreal striker Nicholas Jackson. Let me just stop there before I continue. We have primarily and basically had only two strikers since Roman's takeover of the club. Yes, Roman Abramovich. Two, Didier Drogba, Diego Costa. And for once, we're signing a relatively unknown youngster who I'm not necessarily sure if Pochettino is going to give that kind of, opportunity to just lead the line out of nowhere. But the fact that he arrives to Chelsea, that is if we finish the signing off in record time, the fact that he arrives to the club as a relatively unknown player could work in his advantage. Because every single player we've had come in wear that number 9 shirt, we've had Falcao, Pato, Higuain. I think those three are self-explanatory. I don't think I need to improve on that list. People would like to go back and mention Torres, but to me, Torres just lives in a league of his own. Mainly because he wasn't as bad as most people portrayed him. I'm not going to say I put him in the same clump of sorts or in the same league as Timo Werner. Mainly because Torres' goal in the Camp Nou eclipses most goals I've ever seen in my life. That one goal exonerated him. And the one thing I loved about Werner was actually the same thing I loved about Torres. They both worked extremely hard on the pitch. To no end, despite their shortcomings. And whenever we had a striker come in, it was always with a certain amount of pressure. Whenever someone comes in, for the most part, we'd look at them and think, okay, that's our guy. We're going to resurrect their career, or we're going to push them up to another level, and they're going to do the same for us. And that hasn't happened. It has not happened. Now, with a relatively unknown name, and I stress that, again, the pressure's off. There's more of an opportunity. There's more space to breathe. There's more time. Less pressure from the media. Less pressure from the fans. And this could spell good things. Now, we have a lot of youth in our team. We have a lot of good prospects. But the revolving door is going to be more active than it has ever been. And that is because of the shambolic season we've had. Todd Boehly, for better and for worse, seems, again, I'm going to emphasize that, seems to have learned his lesson. I'm begging to just say that again, but maybe, just maybe, they're going to start listening to the manager and putting forth a long-term strategy to ensure success at the club. Now, it would be key for Chelsea to get all their business done before United enter the fray after the Qatari money comes flowing in. Because now that we have the most prominent nations of the Arabian Gulf conquering the Premier League, if we don't do our business in the smartest of ways, if we don't find a way to adapt in the quickest manner possible, in the most efficient manner possible, and I'm talking German efficiency here, not any kind of efficiency. If we're not as efficient as we need to be, if we don't adapt, if this isn't a wake-up call to Mr. Boehly, then I don't know what ever could be. I don't know if there ever could be. We're going to be stuck in the past if we don't get this done right. And in this era of football, it's been quite obvious to me, and not just in this era in general, but the reason a lot of clubs have fallen behind is because of faulty management within the hierarchy at any and every level. It's a pyramid made of playing cards. One of them falls, the rest come crashing down. That's how sensitive it is. It's also very time sensitive, because the game nowadays is moving extremely fast. And I think if Chelsea managed to sell the right players for the right prices, bring in the right players, also for the right prices, nothing too flashy. The whole Moises Caicedo deal has been, it's been ongoing. Negotiations have been ongoing for months now. If this is finalized, along with the shortlist that Pochettino has reportedly put out to the hierarchy, apart from the fact that we've lost a lot of targets to the likes of PSG, let's just shelve that for a minute. If we get the right kind of players who want to play for the club, in the current climate, we can achieve wonders. Now, Kovacic is reportedly going to Man City, which is quite depressing to me. I don't necessarily know why we're selling to them. I know that Pep has admired him for some time. The fact that Kovacic wants to leave for City is a little alarming to me. Then you have Ziyech, who could end up in Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. The Saudi Pro League is cooking, my friends. The Saudi Pro League is cooking. And at this rate, we should look at all of this as an opportunity. I think we as Chelsea fans, and as a club in and of itself, at every level, should look at this as an opportunity to fill in the space with the right kind of players, while somehow managing to balance our checkbooks. Now, the club also seems to be struggling with the shirt sponsor. They may end up having to hire Stake.com. It's like we're talking in terms of hitmen. They may end up signing with Stake.com for a reported $14 million a year. But knowing that the Premier League is going to ban gambling sponsors from shirts within a season from now, it's a little problematic. That doesn't really provide a sense of stability. It just means they're trying to cash in on whatever they can and go on ahead. Now, shirt sponsors like this, they don't show up on the shirts that are sold to the children for obvious reasons. And that just seems to me, I've seen that with Beckway on West Ham shirt. Like I was just saying, seems a little consistent to me. It does seem a little inconsistent. I don't trust it. Now, I'm not really going to give an opinion on the whole betting situation. I'm not going to give an opinion on the multitude of betting sponsors in football. And on whether or not it's a good move for the Premier League to ban them. Obviously, for moral reasons, it is a good move. But I don't know too much about how much of an asset they are to the league. So, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that one. Back to the topic at hand. Todd Boehly has the chance right now to right his wrongs. And I don't look at him I don't look at him on his own alone. I look at him along with everyone else at Clearlight Capital who have something of a say in Chelsea, who make decisions at the club. They're looking at their rivals. They're looking at the clubs that surround them, the clubs that are doing well, the clubs that are moving forward, the clubs that are pushing up the table, the clubs that have done well this past season, the clubs that seemingly have more credibility and have generated a better PR streak than they have. And the least I can tell you is that our PR streak and our credibility have gone down the drain for quite some time now. And it is the club's job to push us back up. And that alone is a little bit of a, it's an issue, but again, it's an opportunity. I think that Chelsea needs to look at every single thing that happens within the club as an opportunity to do better. And I'm just going to leave you with that note. I think all of us as Chelsea fans should be optimistic. No matter what targets we lose, no matter what roadblocks we hit, no matter what issues we have within the hierarchy. Because it seems to me that we're evolving in the right level. We're evolving at the right pace. We are where we need to be considering the situation that we were in last season. And I think that's all that matters right now. Sure, be as optimistic as you need to be. We're not going to be in Europe. But that gives us more of a chance to focus on domestic competitions. And that in and of itself is a reason to be optimistic. There is no need for us as Chelsea fans to be pessimistic. Never has there been a need for us to be pessimistic, because when people count us out, we always show up. That is whenever there is a we. And last season there wasn't. But, like I said, we have the opportunity to rebuild that, to redefine it, to present it in a new way to the fan base and to the club itself. And this is where we can kick off. Now, please let me know what you think of everything I've said in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel for daily content, because I'm going to be pushing out a lot more as time goes on. And I will see you next time the whistle blows. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching.